Another left-wing politician is in trouble over financial corruption, and yes, this time justice has been served and he is officially in jail. But where is the mainstream media? Now, it's been enough time for the media to get their act together, to show the usual media outrage, but nope, absolutely nothing on the BBC, nothing on Sky News, anywhere. I've been looking, I've been waiting for them to do a proper investigation, proper special episode of a corrupt politician, but it happens to be not only a Labour politician, but also, oh, wait for it, a non-white Labour politician. Very politically incorrect. So what's going on in this video? Let's talk about this. This is all about, goes back to 2020. The days of lockdown, the days of the lockdown grants and loans, the days of Eat Out to Help Out. You remember that? Yeah. Rishi Sunak was very proud of his project at the time. HMRC were all over the place. They've lost so much money, their treasury, since lockdown because all the fraudsters took the money and ran away, and the Treasury officials and Rishi Sunak at the time as Chancellor decided to write it off because they said, well, we can't really chase them down. So we just surrender and give up. This one is actually about Eat Out to Help Out. You remember the scheme that was supposed to help you guys to go out to eat food, to spend money in restaurants after the first lockdown, to help with hospitality? And then they said, well, too many of you have gone out to restaurants and bars. Now we need another lockdown. You told us to go out. Now you say there are too many of you out. So it's about this man. Look at his face. He literally looks like a criminal, obviously. So he's now a former councillor, former Labour councillor, Mohammed Ikram. Mohammed Ikram, who tried to steal more than £430,000 through the government's Eat Out to Help Out scheme, has now been jailed for 2.5 years. Firstly, this is not some sort of massive embezzlement from a massive fund, right? So it's just Eat Out to Help Out, which means what he was doing was stealing little bits every now and then, right? So £430,000 using a scheme like Eat Out to Help Out is massive. How did he get away with it for such a long time? It's impressive, absolutely impressive, but very disgusting. So it undermines the whole system, taxpayers' money, but also, let's not forget, it's not just an ordinary person stealing from taxpayers' money. It's a politician. He's a former councillor. It's literally public office. It's not just like a random businessman who's doing it because it's corrupt. It's a corrupt politician, and it matters. So, what are the details of this story? Well, they found out that Mr. Jacobs, who basically knew Ikram, they said Mohammed Ikram registered with the scheme, the Eat Out to Help Out scheme, and used his own name and telephone number for each of his claims, with the IP address used later traced to his home in Springfield Court and in West Yorkshire. And 13 of the claims related to either fake food outlets or real ones that Ikram had no links with, including one address that was actually a barber shop, one that was a hotel that had closed down, and a community cafe that operated only every third Sunday. This is according to the court. I mean, are you kidding me with this? So, this was obviously the whole scheme was supposed to help restaurants, cafes, and pubs, but not fake places. You can't just put a fake place in your claim and just register it. Thank God for once HMRC eventually was on top of it. Took them some time, but they got it. Now, the defendant, well, who's now basically a convict, and his wife were arrested in June 2021 after the HMRCs did their investigation. And the case against his wife was actually dropped, but that's a whole different discussion. But they were told that Ikram had racked up debts of more than £75,000 in relation to running a care home in Manchester, and stupidly saw the Eat Out to Help Out scheme as a way of solving his immediate financial difficulties. So he stole from taxpayers' money to fund his debt that related to the care home in Manchester. He told the court that Ikram, Nick Worsley told the court that Ikram was a man of good character who has contributed much to the community in a very positive way. What a moral angel. You're an angel, Muhammad. This is, oh my God. It's fascinating, by the way. I'm just going to say it. Why is it that a lot of these stories, there seems to be a correlation? There seems to be a bit of a trend of the type of people that we're dealing with. It's absolutely disgusting. Whether it's West Midlands or Yorkshire, it's always the same types. You got all these left-wing, non-white councillors from the Labour Party causing trouble. And not just when it comes to these sort of financial corruption. You had the grooming scandals. You had so many other things. I'm not saying that every single person did all that at the same time. But why is it that we've created this toxic culture that is completely destroying the values that created this massive nation that we call Britannia, and no one's doing anything about it? As I said, this news story has now come out. Where is the outrage of the mainstream media? Now, if you were a right-wing politician or a centre-right politician having a piece of cake, oh, there will be outrage. Or not wearing a seatbelt. That will be a massive outrage. Oh, yeah, absolutely. But no, actual corruption, it doesn't matter. Where is the money, Nicola Sturgeon? Is it in your back garden? Apparently not. Although they have discovered, the police, as we reported yesterday, the police have been raiding the SMPHQ and Nicola Sturgeon's home for that money, missing money. They have apparently discovered some stuff in the garden. They've been taking away evidence. I'm not really sure what they were hiding there, but and we're not sure if the money is there, because considering Peter Morale, Nicola's husband, has now been released by the police, but the investigation continues. So I'm not really sure exactly what's going on there. I hope Police Scotland, for once, is actually on top of this, because over the last year or so, they've been very slow with their investigation, up to a point where a lot of people were quite skeptical, saying, is this investigation even real or not? So maybe the whole point of yesterday was to show a bit of a public stunt, to show that, hey, we are doing something about it. I don't know. Or maybe they are doing something about it. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section, especially about this story and lack of media attention and focus on it. I'm Mahyar Tousi, and we are the media.